Now we are going to refer to the focus group methodology. It's a methodology that we are using when we are developing a qualitative research methodology. It can be inside a mixed research, when there is one part is quantitative, one part that is qualitative. Our purpose is to explore, to pretest, to do the triangulation of the data, for example. The quantitative data is saying this. We get the same information, the same results, if we are using now a qualitative technique as the focus group, and this technique we are using normally inside a phenomenologic or hermeneutic paradigm. We have referred to them before. So we want to get information, sometimes about the background. Focus group can be a good technique, for example, if we want to do a participatory diagnosis. For example, we have done this with the schools where we are developing projects to confront poverty. First of all, we create a focus group with the teachers, with the parents, with representatives of the community to know more about the situation. So it helps us to diagnose the problems. It's good also to stimulate creativity. When we want to be innovative, it's a good way to think about new possibilities of intervention and also to establish relationship that we didn't before. It's very important. We can generate hypotheses through the focus group, and we can evaluate programs. It takes part of a qualitative research that can help us to better understand the quantitative results. So, as I said, in this case, for example, we are using a lot in a mixed research methodologies as our horse riding project. There is one part is quantitative, one part that's qualitative, and we are combining both methodologies for triangulation of the data. This is very important. So normally in a focus group, we are taking 8, 10 participants, but this number depends of the participants themselves. This is the normal average of participants. For example, we have developed a research with people with dementia in early stage. Our groups has been composed by 3-4 participants, not 8 to 10. So the number expected is 8, 6, 10, but depends on the participants. And in the focus group, it's extremely important the role of the moderator. First of all, you must choose the right persons to be part of the focus group, because if the people has not real knowledge about the theme that we want to gain knowledge about, it has no sense. But then it's very important, you as moderator, to conduct the focus group. And it's very important to make sure that everybody can participate. So many times when we do a focus group, there is people who are taking too much protagonism, they are talking too much, they are intervening continuously, and they are not letting others to participate. So you must moderate them and invite or allow others to their voices to be listened. This is extremely important. Although authors say one focus group can be 60 minutes to 2 hours, I recommend 45, 60 minutes. It depends on the conversation itself. If you see people are flowing in the conversation, they are fresh, they are clear new ideas, there is a live dialogue, you can go farther, 45, 1 hour, 110, 130. But if you see people boring, people just watching their clocks, saying that, wow, I want to go home, so it's time to stop it. So the most important, of course, after you have done the focus group, we must translate these conversations into text. So for us, it's very important always to record the focus group. We can audio tape, but I always recommend you to videotape the focus group. Why? Because then we have access to the non-verbal language of the person, and this is so important. And we can take notes, the field notes, from the recordings too. So this is very important, to always ask people permission to record the sessions. We always need the permission. And if we have done this, we have the video, so after we can just sit down, see the video, and take notes about the non-verbal language, and just to really better understand the group dynamics during the focus group. So it takes time, it's time consuming, we'll see it's one of the problems. So we'll have 2-hour session, it can be 40 pages, plus the field notes. So after we have done the focus groups, we must translate these videos into a text, and we do the analysis. Normally, we do the analysis through a program called ATLAS-T. So what we do the code mapping. We put codes to the parts of the speech, of the discourse of the people, and when we create the family of codes. This is very important to be done for several researchers, to triangulate them, to see if the codes and the family of codes that I am perceiving in this text are the same ones that you are perceiving. Then we negotiate the final codes and families of codes. And this part is very important. So when we talk about focus group, it's very important that the theme of the focus group is really connected to the question of the research. If you start talking about things that are not relevant, it has no sense. And also it's very important the rigor we are developing, how we are applying it with rigor. It's very important that we conduct the conversation. We have a list of questions related to the thing. We propose this list, and we are moderating the conversation for everybody to participate and to talk about the research theme. This is very important. It gives us a lot of rich data. It's qualitative. We can really better understand the reality we are researching. And it's very important because there is the interaction of the people. So when you say something, that makes me to think something. I provoke new thoughts. So the dialogue of one is enriching the contribution of the others. This is very, very important. And it provides critical information. It helps us to better understand and to interpret the reality. The problem is that it's a small number of participants, 6, 8, 10 people. We can not generalize the results because it's a very small number of participants, and the group dynamics are complex. Somebody talks too much, somebody is taking too little participation, or yourself, a researcher, you are not conducting properly the focus group. Because, for example, you have preconceived results in your mind. You really want to bring back the conversation to one point, and you are affecting the content because you are looking for results to yourself, and you are conducting the focus group for people to tell what you are expecting them to say or what you want them to say. So it's about group dynamics. It's complex, so you must need the skills to develop it. And of course, it's time-consuming, and it requires a lot of experience when you do the analysis of the data. If you have wonderful and rich data, but we are not good enough for the code mapping, it has either no sense. But in conclusion, it's a very good technique, especially if we are combining with quantitative techniques. It gives a lot of richness. We can really understand the complexity of the human actions. But remember, is it as strong as our capacity to focus it's the focus group in the question of the research and the rigor we are applying this technique. Thank you so much.